Yet it's important for Americans to know this war will not be quick, and this war will not be easy. We're working hard in Afghanistan, and we help the Afghan people recover from the Taliban rule.
If I leave these guys here alone with no language, so there would be no communication between them and the Afghans.
Within the universe of people who served as interpreters, fixers, drivers, advisors to the U.S. military, which is the largest group, and the State Department, which is the next largest group, that we're talking about a total universe of 80,000 people or more.
The administration regret not moving quicker to evacuate more Afghan civilians who work in the United States?
Special Immigrant Visa Program has been around for a significant number of years, and it was never designed as conceived by Congress for a mass evacuation circumstance.
This is an established State Department run program and Homeland Security run program. It's incredibly cumbersome, but essentially what it does is give a path to U.S. relocation and potentially eventually citizenship for people who had a direct working relationship with the United States, in this case in Afghanistan, for a minimum of 2 years.
The Special Immigrant Visa was in place in 2007, but very few interpreters or Afghan nationals that were working for the U.S. government could, go through that process. There were still a lot of, bureaucratic steps that you had to go through in order to get a visa to come to the United States.
Much of this program was originally set up near the end of the Bush administration. So, I mean, it's been around for a long time. It very quickly got extraordinarily bureaucratic and bogged down. The Obama people sort of tried to fix it. It didn't really work. So many people had been working their way through the system for so many years since the start of it. A lot of those cases actually came due during the Trump administration, but it's not because they were trying super hard to do it. It's mostly because where people were in the process. Then COVID hit. Essentially, wherever you were, if you were a civ applicant, you were frozen in time during the period that the embassy was shut down.
Once screened and cleared, we will welcome these Afghans who helped us in the war effort over the last 20 years to their new home in the United States of America, because that's who we are.
A lot of people took these jobs not because they were, dying to, work for the United States and put their lives at risk in the short term, but because they were promised if they worked for the United States for 2 years and ticked these boxes that they could come.
These transit centers provide a safe place for the SIV applicants and other vulnerable Afghanis and their families to complete their paperwork while we conduct security screenings and background checks before they continue on to their final destination in the United States or in another country.
Fairly early on, the Biden administration added people to the State Department team in charge of processing civ applications and put some muscle behind fixing the program. They thought they had, a year, 2 years, if the Taliban were going to regain control at all. They certainly didn't think it would be now. The thing that the Biden administration is getting the most criticism for is, you're leaving all kinds of people behind who don't fit into one of these pretty narrow boxes. What message does that send to our allies who, we asked to fight alongside us and did? And they also, feel invested in the future.